Yeah.
So I feel like in 10 years' time, AI can actually top that, can take the role of some certain actors, but maybe not Timothy. You know, you're a Timothy guy now. Maybe not Timothy.
So your take is AI in 10 years for like
As we are talking
low-level
now,
actors.
the Chinese people, they are thinking now, strategizing the next move, how to advance AI technology.
Hey guys, welcome back to What's on Screen. I must say, I'm really excited. I really love the love you guys showed us last week for the last episode. We saw the comments, we saw the likes, we saw the shares. We didn't expect that, but we're really, really grateful. And I must say, my weekend was really a tough one. I mean, in Lagos, the traffic, the rain. I got stuck in someone's shop for 3 hours. The rain actually kept me there for 3 hours. Like, it kept on pouring. I was on short. I was feeling so cold. And I don't know. Aside that, this is why one has to have a car, to be very honest. And again, the BR, do you know it takes 3 hours to get a bus from Ikorodu Terminal down to CMS? I waited from like 7 a.m. to 10 before a bus came. That's very, very exhausting. And the traffic, oh my God. Lagos traffic is insane. Like, let's then talk about how it is crazy on the island. Just on the mainland alone, it is very, very stressful. I don't know what the government is planning on doing about that, but I wake up every morning thinking of how to just fight my life in Lagos, and it's very, very exhausting. Come on, tell me, how was your weekend, Iro?
Oh, hi everyone. My weekend was quite stressful, but at the end of the day, I had fun. And entering BRT, then sometimes when I take normal bus, the traffic is very, very crazy, like you said. And last week was very rainy. I had to wait somewhere for the rain to cool down before I had to move. And mostly what I do is I sew. So I was just going out to get some things, deliver orders. So then also the only thing that made it fun for me was I had picnic with my friend, the girls. So picnic was fun, ate lots of things. So that eased my stress last week. So over to you.
The weekend was busy for me because I had places to be and all of that. But I think it's been raining a lot. It's been raining, the sun has been out, and it's like you're getting both weather. You're getting it hot at the same time, you're getting it cold. But would I say it was a stressful week? Yeah, it had its ups and downs. I've just been trying to catch up on my movies, my series, and yeah, that's what I've been up to.
Well, enough of catching up, and I guess we had similar week because we both got stuck in someone's place because of the rain and all.
Yeah.
One thing I would like to do is I would like to actually attend a girls' picnic because, funny enough, I actually see a lot of picnic ladies. I feel
Yeah.
ladies know how to actually organize picnic properly.
Very well.
So I like next time you have a picnic with your girls, please.
I will
I don't
invite
mind.
you.
That's
Just
where they'll see
just
Bruce
put on
now.
your.
I don't like.
Let him just.
I don't
wear
like being
his
with plenty
wig.
ladies.
Let him wear your wig, wear his
So,
skirts and join
Enough of us catching up and so on
Yeah.
and so forth. So about AMVCA, what do you think about that one? Because we know we have a lot of that coming up. So what do you see? What can you tell us about the nominations, the discussions? I know there are like a lot of things you can tell us about AMVCA because I think the event happens or it's happening May 9th. Is it
Yeah,
May
May
9th
9,
actually?
yeah.
And we've seen the nomination and so on and so forth. So what do you think, Wang?
Yeah, we have it packed. Like, I know people say like Nollywood is behind and stuff like that, but they've been giving us like really, really good movies and shows, and yeah, it feels like the nomination was like when I saw the news, the announcement, it was looking really good, and we know that there are going to be some tight categories, the best actor, best movie, but like there are already some fan favorites, ones that people already, like. So those are the ones that, but I feel like there's still going to be some controversy when we actually have the award and, who wins, who doesn't win. But like we already have some favorites already, and it's looking like those are the ones that are going to take it home. But I don't feel like anyone can say they are not deserving of it because, yeah, like those movies really did well. The storyline, what they did in the box office, it was fantastic. So, which movie like stood out for you, or which category is one that you've heard that you're like, oh, this movie is good, this movie isn't good, this movie doesn't deserve to be there?
Yeah, well, I mean, I feel like a lot of pretty good categories for this particular AMVC because compared to last year, I feel this year we have like a lot of competitions. We saw a lot of films that came out. lot of shows that are fighting. Like for example, To Kill a Monkey. I saw To Kill a Monkey is like in up to like 7 categories
7, yeah.
for best costume, for best directing, for best show, and so on and so forth. Yeah, it's actually worth the hype because I watched it and I can tell from their direction, from the scripting to the casting to the costume, like everything about To Kill a Monkey was properly set out. So I feel like I'm not trying to be biased actually. I'm just trying to tell you that To Kill a Monkey is a very, and there's a category where it's actually okay. That's the best series scripted. We have To Kill a Monkey, The Yard, The Chocolate Empire, Inibia, and Cash Money. I haven't actually watched Cash Money, but then for the 4 on this list, compared to what is To Kill a Monkey, it's actually, this is an easy street for it, like To Kill a Monkey. I feel it's just going to take it home easily. So what categories like do you feel you think will go home with the award?
So I feel like, let me just chip into that conversation. I feel like To Kill a Monkey will actually top it for me. For me, I'll pick To Kill a Monkey. The costume was on point. The acting was on point. Everybody fit into that role like perfectly. They did so well. And I enjoyed watching the movie. At a point, I was just like, no, this plot twist is very crazy. The part where they were trying to frame the lady, you remember the movie?
Yeah,
I can't remember her name, but the part they were trying to like frame her, saying that, oh, like, is this a past trauma, blah, 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 that is affecting her. So that part was just very, very crazy. I enjoyed watching the movie. I love the storyline. So when I look at that nomination, that list, I'm like, yes, I'll go with To Kill a Monkey. I really enjoyed that particular movie. So
one category that actually stood well for me is, I would like to say this, I give kudos to the Nollywood right now, because one of the things they actually struggle with in the entertainment industry when it comes to movies is sound design and scoring. You can see how Europeans take their time to score sounds, to pick a particular. Some of them even go as far as even hiring a music studio to actually make sounds for their film. And recently, for series and films as Nollywood have been watching, I could tell they are taking their time to like invest their money, because we just see investment just go into cinematography and like actor and they just forget about that part. But now you can see how their money actually goes well into sound design. Like from the category about sound design, we have for the sound design and best sound, we have Fisayo Adefoju for the head, and we have Philip for Sabata the Beast. We have Tolu for the party. We have Phillips again for Ben Made It. We have Tolu for Ginger, and we have CJ Mira for My Father's Shadow. For these categories, I would say all their sounds are. I feel this is going to be a very, very tight category. I mean, what do you think, Juan?
I feel like the head is going to win it. Like, there's no brainer.
Why the head actually? Because I know the head is actually deserving, but to me, I feel like this is actually going to be a very, very tight one, because all of them put in effort for their sounds.
So let me pitch in like this now.
Yeah.
You know, like when I was younger, like before, I didn't know that like I didn't know much about sound design and stuff like that. But I think I watched the show, and the show was really centered on someone who can, like, that's the person's profession, make sound. And I got to see that, okay, you know, like you could, like that bone snapping and all, it's actually, like, there's actually like some, like maybe, I think they use like some plants or so.
Yeah.
Like, and when they snap it, that's the sound that it makes. So like, I got to see that, wow, this is actually something that people take on as a profession, and this is like, so while I watched the head, I saw that like it was really done like really well, and the sound design was top notch, and that's what is on my own prediction, that it's going to win it, sure.
Yeah, me too. I'll actually go with the head.
Well, it's not actually bad if the head actually sweeps it, because I feel I would actually like to see how they struggle together. But then, kudos to the head actually. And we have for supporting actress. This is actually a very funny category. For supporting actress, we have Linda Ejiofor for the head again. We have Olamide for Wasabi Auntie. We have Bisola for Ginger. We have Shola for the Covenant. We have Nadia for Ajani. We have Uma for the head. And we have Julia Brenda for MTV Sugar. Then Funke Akindele for Behind the Scenes. Well, first of all, before we even go about, people still watch MTV Sugar. Like, when last I watched that was like when I was like 10.
Yeah,
I think people still watch
it.
When the show is good,
It was a long time
now. Like, people
ago.
will still
I'm
see
actually
it.
surprised that it's still making waves to this moment, to be very honest. I don't know. And behind the scene actually, for this category, behind the scene
We
and
all
the
know
head.
Funke
Yeah,
is
behind the
taking it.
scene.
We,
and
we all
the
know
head.
we all know Funke is going to
Yes,
save
Funke
this.
actually is going to save this.
But then I would actually like to see how Linda actually fights for this too, for the head, because she actually performed. She did so well in the
Yeah.
head. Like her acting was top notch, to be fair. But then compared to what Funke
Behind
Akindele
the
did in
scene
behind the scene,
was
consider that was
crazy.
actually more than a lot. So I don't really know. Well, we have a lot of categories to discuss. I would actually like the viewers to tell us what categories they feel like, or what categories feel like would make more waves. That's before the show and after the show, and who they think the winners will be for any categories that they have in their mind. So over to you, Wang.
Bovi has been, named as the co-host for the AMVCA 2026. And, the question everyone is asking is he the right man for the job? He has big shoes to fill in for IK. But I feel like Bovi has the right comedic chops to, like, his comedic style and everything. He knows how to, he's a veteran. He has been doing comedy for like 20 plus years. So
Yeah.
I'm sure that, like, he's a proper host. So I know he's
Correct.
going to do a good job. Now, another thing that has been going on is these children of blood and bone. It's something we've been, like, the news of the cast got announced recently. And thing is, there's been so much controversy. People are complaining at the fact that it is the foreign actors that have been cast, and it is set in Nigeria. Like, it's supposed to be like a Nigerian themed
Cultural
indigenous
movie,
movie.
yeah.
But the names we are hearing is, okay, we do have like Idris, Damson Idris, you know him
Idris.
from F1 now.
Yeah.
F1.
So Damson Idris, we have Chiwetel Ejiofor, we have some names that, like, they have some African descent, but we have some actors there that these are Americans. These are people that
Yes.
everyone is complaining now that, okay, when they start talking now, would they get the accent right? Do they have enough cultural knowledge to know how to play these characters? So it's something that has been going on, I've been seeing, and it now begs the question that for the sake of, like, making it into a very big movie, are we killing our authenticity? Like, using the big names to push a movie. Why not stick with our indigenous actors? And, like, no, there's no Nigerian based act, like, local actor that is in that movie. And I just feel like it's something we need to sit down and think about. Like, it's something we need to work on and improve.
Well, like you just said, you basically said it all, because one thing I realized about Hollywood is when it comes to casting Chinese or Asians, they take their time. You can see, just know how you tell me you want to, like, cast or interpret an Asian role in Hollywood, and you go about finding someone that is, like, less related to the Asians. You get, they take their time when it comes to casting Asians. They go and find original Asian actors.
Sorry, let me cut you in there. As much as that's true, you know that we do see it now that even roles that are meant for, like, an Asian person, a black person, they try to be more, what is the word now?
They try to Americanize it.
No, they try to, like, include everyone, and they will say, okay, we're going to spice things up. Like Bridgerton now, the role, the girl, I think Sophie, that season 4, it was not supposed to be. It was not supposed to be an Asian person playing that role.
True.
They say to me, House of Dragons now. I've forgotten the other guys that, like, are black. I've forgotten they are. They are also supposed to be white. They're not supposed to be any black. And they're giving them dreads they're giving them dreads that are white. Like, who does that? So I know that it's something that we need to address. I know, but what do we do?
I feel like
it's the inclusion culture, so it's something that we're just moving with the times.
If for the point I was sitting there, we know, okay, yes, before they were casting original Asians, before they start we need to include more people. It's kind of like,
definitely.
But then I feel for us Africans, we don't have it that way. Right from start, we've watched a lot of films, like, for example, Wakanda. We've seen Avengers in Civil War, where we have, like, some African scenes, and we don't even see
that
Africans.
People actually thought that Civil War was actually shot in Lagos.
Exactly.
Because they recreated
exactly.
So people thought they actually came to Lagos.
We feel they need to, like, we have a lot of good actors in Africa,
Definitely.
actor, actress, even in Nigeria for a start. So I feel, I don't know what the struggle. I actually know what their struggle is. You can't tell me their struggle is casting. It is very easy to get these actors or this actress to, like, portray this
for
I feel like-
for even studios, sorry,
Okay, the problem.
for even studios, they need those big names to get the
for
budget
promotion,
to
obviously
to pull
to break
their
even,
movies.
for example,
Yeah.
or to
Yeah.
make money from the industry. But then we are talking about how this thing is also an issue too in Nollywood, for example. So I feel Hollywood should have a better approach to these things. You want to portray an African person or an African scene. It is not really that hard. You already have big names already. If you have like 5 big names in the film, it doesn't take anything to just remove one of the big names and be able to like afford 2 or 3 Africans to play that role. Because I feel it's very important. I get angry when I hear Americans trying to sound like Nigerians. You are butchering my culture. Imagine me hearing someone speaking Igbo or Yoruba, and even me, I'm an Igbo person, but then I speak Yoruba very fluently. So imagine now hearing a white person speaking Yoruba like jargons. No offense, but then it's very insulting. So I feel they need to like work on that, because at the same time trying to like reach out to these audiences. So they need to do better on that.
Yeah. So I feel like that big name will only boost the movie, but it has already led to like bad casting role
Yeah,
of that.
it's getting
particular-
backlash on that.
Yeah, a lot of comments on
Yeah,
that.
I just
so.
feel like it's like Hollywood has only allowed a certain number of people, play those roles. Like, like there's how now if you need a black man, like if we're trying to play like all these indigenous,
Rules.
but we already have a few people that they would obviously call.
Yeah, true.
Damson Idris now is dead. They will
Chiwetel
call it
Ejiofor.
Ejiofor will come out. There are a few names.
Yeah, just
So
very
those are
few.
the people like they use now for those kind of, and
I feel like they should reach out to like more African
I
actors.
know we'll get them, but it's not going to be easy.
Yeah,
That's
it's a
just what I
lot.
would say. Now for TV, a lot like April was a good month. I'm not even going to lie. We had new Euphoria season 3. After like how many years? Before season 3 finally dropped. Invincible is back. Beef season 2 is out. There's like so much now. Peaky Blinders, Peaky Blinders was a show now, but now they released the movie
for it.
So like there's a lot, and even me right now, I'm not going to lie, like I've kind of paused on movies and I've just been doing TV shows. So yeah, those are like the top tier TV shows that like are out there and all. How they ask, do you prefer do you prefer the Netflix style, like when TV shows come out like as they all drop together, or do you like the weekly release thing that happens?
To be very, very honest, I dislike the weekly release. I like to binge watch.
I don't like it.
I
at
actually
like to
all.
binge watch. So I don't like when I have to wait every Wednesday to just watch a 40-minute episode of something. So I don't like it that way. I prefer it come out at once, because that's one of the reasons why I took time to watch House of Dragons. I wanted to follow it.
Okay, you wanted everything to
I wanted
be
everything,
done.
and I was told it's something like every Wednesday or so. So imagine waiting for like 2 months to watch a series complete. So it's like very stressful. So I prefer it to just drop at once. And now Netflix started doing something that they will drop like the first 4 episodes, and they'll tell you the part 6 coming out next month.
That's it's just to keep us longer.
They did that for
I don't know,
Beauty
but
in Black.
it's because back then it was Netflix that brought that style.
Yeah, that brought that style. True.
We used to have just every week something's coming. And
ABC, when you watch ABCs, they drop every week. You see, it comes this time
so
next week and for the next episode. So it's not really that bad, but I feel right now people's attention span is very, 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 very low.
Definitely.
Nobody wants to wait next week to watch the next 40 minutes again.
So have you seen the Michael biopic that got released?
Well, I have not, but then I've been seeing a lot of clips on X for people that have gone to the cinema and those that have watched it. And for like the clips I've been seeing, I would tell you for a fact, I can't even tell the difference between his cousin, that's it, but the character in the biopic, and Michael Jackson himself. Like when it comes to the costuming, when it comes to the acting, from what I've been seeing on X, like I can't really give a full reveal on that because I just have little information on it. But for the few I've been seeing on X, I really tell that the acting was on point, the casting was perfect, icing on the cake, and the costuming, the set designing, the performance is like very, very beautiful. So I'll be really, really glad to watch it like next week. I know I'll try to clear my schedule next week to watch it because it's really, really worth my time.
Yeah, it's doing really well in Nigeria, and which is like it grossed in the millions, and people are like, how when I think was it Avengers that was coming out, or was it Black? Yeah, I think it was Black Panther, and they did so much promotion here, but the Michael movie didn't really get that much promotion, but it has just like spread, and it's doing well organically, and it has grossed a high number. But the thing is, if you convert it to dollars, it's low.
Small. I
But
had 100 million in Nigeria, and that's
yeah,
like
it's just
it's never up to $100K.
exactly. But you know that even without the promotion,
Yeah,
like
that's actually a pretty good
it
number.
has really done
very
well,
fair.
and it's for a biopic, like globally, internationally, it did over 40 million at the box office for the weekend, which is the highest by any biopic standard. Now, I know I'm saying biopic, and some people might not know what that is. It's more like a biography
Biography.
of an important person, maybe a celebrity, just an important name. So most times a director or like a studio company, they do a movie about it. A popular one that we had was Oppenheimer, which grossed almost 1 billion at the box office, which is one of the most successful biopics that we have. I have a list of, because there was a period I was watching biopics a lot, but I think I'll drop it. I'll maybe post it as we release this episode, like a list of biopics that like are top notch and they did really well. I feel this Michael might have some nominations because everyone has been saying the same thing. The sets, the dancing, the acting was really good.
Was
And
really
the
on
crazy
point.
thing is, I went to an interview and they said that when the guy that is the Michael Jackson's his nephew that is playing the role now, he said he said when he saw the announcement, he didn't even think he was like, he had no, because he doesn't act.
Yeah, it doesn't
He was actually called and asked if he would. Then he took like a couple of months to like learn, the dance routines and everything.
how to speak like
That's
him,
Exactly.
how to act
Like
crazy.
it
that's
was
like
a
Yeah,
lot
very,
of
very crazy.
work, a lot of method acting to get to that level. And yeah, it did really, like, he has been on tour now because the movie got released. So
Yeah.
it has been like a global tour of him, trying to promote the movie, and it's doing really well. I think, yeah, it's the best opening for 2026, like in the box office.
to be
And
fair.
yeah, it's a really good one.
Well, let's take a very, very deep dive. I don't know if you guys have seen the Charlize Theron comments. She made the comments. Let me quickly swipe up to X. She made the comments. She said, in 10 years, AI will be able to do Timothée Chalamet's job as an actor, but it will never be able to replace live performance like ballet. Oh boy, I hope I run into him one day. That's a very reckless comment on an art form. Two art forms that we need to lift up constantly because, yes, they do have hard time. But in 10 years, AI is going to be able to take Timothy's job, but will not be able to replace a person on stage dancing live. So now, what I want to ask now, a very quick question. Can AI take the job? Like Timothy's job. Do you feel AI can take Timothy's job?
Okay, that's a very crazy question. If AI can actually take Timothy's job, Timothy is a very great actor. He has been nominated so many times. He has won so many awards. But AI taking Timothy's job, that would be on another level. Maybe the China will have to come up with some crazy idea to advance AI for them to take over Timothy's job.
Yeah.
But I think they can take over some actor job, like this actor that everybody loves, this fine actor. You should know him now. This yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you can just describe it to AI. One, you can just tell AI to give you a dark skin, tall, fine man. Every time when people are watching the movie, they'll be like, "Oh, what's this? This person's so fine, looks so good." Like AI will advance to that. But to take Timothy's job, that's another level because look at his this particular movie, Dune. You look at everything, the way he acted in Dune. Do you think AI can like top that performance in Dune?
It's going to actually take a lot. Because I feel one thing people need to understand is the level AI has gotten to is because of the help of humans. Because we have crafts where humans are put together to train AI to a particular level. Like this AI that we see in our today's life, the way AI behaves and so on and so forth. All these things happen because of us humans. So you're saying, I'm going to go that for her saying Timothy, AI will take Timothy's job is like her shooting herself in the leg because they are both performers. So if you are saying AI can take Timothy's job, if you are saying AI can do what it does, because I feel for actors, they go into a lot of routines. You see some actors that are well built and they have to like get lean for a role. They have to like, just like this MJ biopic now, we saw how he had to start acting like Michael Jackson. Imagine you trying to sound like Michael Jackson. Imagine I cannot dance. example. So imagine you telling me to break dance and trying to do all those steps. It is going to be impossible, even in 100 years' time. I know you're trying to say, oh, the Chinese come up with like a lot of stuff too. It is, I feel like it's almost because I remember just like, I think last 2 years, there was like an argument in the modeling industry. They said AI will take over models' job because on the runway, we'll start seeing robots working as models. But one thing people need to understand is that during that time when that argument came, I think they even tried, I can't remember what, I think it was either Chanel, I can't remember what designer tried to use a robot on the runway, and it received a lot of backlash because in modeling, we see how the structured faces, they have a specific kind of people they look out for, which is, you can't tell me you want to craft an AI or a robot to look like a human being. So you say AI will take Timothe's job. She's saying AI will take Timothe's job, like saying AI can take her job because she's also a performer. So if AI can take Timothe's job in acting, the same way AI can take somebody's job in ballet, that's how I feel. I don't know what you think about that.
Okay. I have something to say actually. But I feel like I'm not going to support her on this because I feel like she's just trying to
she's trying to show shade,
throw shade, and she didn't get the exact reaction she wanted from people. That's why in her previous interview she was saying something like, oh, she doesn't know what will happen in 10 years time. She was trying to like cover up the do some
reduce the damage
control. So what I think is that China, they are very, very crazy and they think in an advanced way.
Yeah.
So I feel like in 10 years' time, AI can actually top that, can take the role of some certain actor, but maybe not Timothe. You know, you're a Timothe guy now. Maybe not Timothe.
So your take is AI in 10 years, for like,
as we are talking now,
actors.
the Chinese people, they are thinking now, strategizing the next move, how to advance AI technology. So,
like what Bruce was saying about the whole modeling thing, I don't think on the runway it might work out. But if you look at it, like all these face models and all, we see AI content already able to like sell digital products.
Yeah.
They just, you script it up and all, and you tell the AI what to, say and all, and instead of paying for like a model to do that kind of stuff, an AI tool can like generate that kind of content. So I feel like there are some aspects where it would, be of help, and there are some aspects where it just can't do it. So you're saying in 10 years you feel it can take over?
Yeah, I'm positive, 95%. Let me drop the remaining 5% because Timothy,
I even feel like
Mr. Timothy will eat soon. Yeah, let me
I
drop
even
the
feel
remaining
like
5%.
in 100 years' time, I get your point, one, because like you said, because I feel in some of this is entertainment. We love realism. We want to feel the art. We want to feel the connection. It's very, very normal. Missing a digital product online, maybe of a robot doing a face model, would not really do much of a damage to me. I will not really feel too much. I will not really have much problem with that. But then I get your point when you say it's going to help in advancements. Yeah, that's actually a good way to put it. If she said it that way, that yes, AI will help Timothy do his job better, I would have
I feel like she just
trying to show shit, exactly.
And she used the wrong example.
We talked about it in the last episode, and when we said that could be one of the reasons why he didn't get the Oscar.
Yeah, true.
So yeah, but like my own take is AI. There's no way AI can.
There's no way actually, because it takes a lot.
The thing is, I've been seeing this is something they ask actors now, like, and I think you know Ben Affleck now.
Yeah, I know Ben Affleck
from that played Batman in DC before it was cancelled. So Ben Affleck and Matt Damon were on a podcast, and they were asked all these questions about AI and all, because they have a production company, and they're like, "Will you guys integrate AI into your this thing? Like, what do you think about AI?" And Ben Affleck was, more or less saying that we make AI feel like it's this existential crisis thing that like it's going to, how like we want to sell the product and say in 2 years' time, it's taking over, there's no jobs, that's the end. But I don't feel like AI can do that, obviously. Like Ben Affleck was talking about how, okay, it can enhance your work. Let's say you're a writer now and you're writing and you're stuck somewhere and you need like something, or maybe there's a word that you want to get out and you can't really express it.
You're having a creative block. Exactly. AI comes in.
AI can do. So it will always serve as a tool, and it can like be done better. The aspects I feel like AI can cover, things like extras. Nobody's going to be hiring like 10,000 extras on set for this thing, which you have to pay them by the hour. You can wrap that. AI is going to help like the VFX team.
True.
Going to help with editing, stuff like that. but to give you that level of performance, I'll just cite
Human
some
touch.
examples.
Yeah.
If you've seen Training Day, that there's a Washington movie that, gave him his Oscar, he went off script. Now, you know how, like, as an actor, you are given a script, this is what you're working with.
Yeah.
And, you're doing a take, but you tweak stuff.
Yeah.
I was watching an interview recently, and one of the, I think, was it the writer for that, or like the producer, said Denzel Washington just went off script. Like, that whole scene, I think I'll find that scene out. Like, that whole scene, he just went off script. He just did his thing. And that's one scene that everyone keeps. So, like, anytime you talk about him, that's one scene you always bring. And that was completely from him. I don't know where he went to in his creative, but so I don't think an AI you can tell an AI, you prompted that, okay, give me this. They try to not make mistakes, so I don't feel like an AI can just come up with something like that. Another example I'll give is like Django. In Django, there's a scene where DiCaprio like smashes his hand on the table and glass shatters and he's bleeding.
He's bleeding at that point. Boy continue acting.
And he's going and creatively he just goes and there's this scene he puts blood on that which was not even on the script, just to like sell that scene.
Yeah.
And instead of canceling, like, okay, we're not using this take, they used that take. And that was one scene from the movie that everybody, talks about. Same thing with Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible.
The scene where
he was leaping. He did
his job is that he's going to like jump over that thing
perfectly
without any no mistake.
So the fact that like he's that way it just shows that like human experience, like
the human touch is needed. Exactly. It's very important.
So we can always see AI as a tool, but to replace or take over, I don't think. We still have a long way. And AI is built for like the average. I don't feel it can give us the best of the best. So yeah, that's my take on that.
So the next on our agenda is the movie on our radar. So the movie on our radar is The Other Side of the Bridge. It's out in cinema. Have you guys seen it? The Other Side of the Bridge?
I actually added a list of films I'm going to see next week.
It's on my to-watch list.
I have a lot of films to watch next week.
Yeah. And I've been seeing a lot of comments. I'm just curious to how the performance of the movie, Toby Bakri and Demi Bankole. I want to see what
I'm actually a fan of Toby Bakri, so I'd like to actually see Toby Bakri film. It's very fair. So for the Avatar, I don't know if you guys saw about the Avatar that got leaked.
Yeah, I did.
It was just everywhere on X. Like the first time I saw it, that was like my first time seeing a 90 minutes clip on X. I barely see clips that last for like 5 minutes.
It's only like 15 minutes.
Yeah, and I just watched it. I thought it was like just a clickbait. Maybe it's like, and it was very, very clear. I didn't actually watch it to protect, we are professionals. We don't have to watch this like at least. But I feel one thing they need to do is now that since it's already out in the open, the best thing for them is just like release it out there in cinemas, because I think it was set to release in October or August. I can't remember.
Yeah, it was set to release in October.
So now imagine now that it has got released, imagine waiting till that time for it to get released. People have watched it. So I feel the best thing they can do is just like
they should also
put it out in cinema so people can watch. I don't know what you guys think.
Yeah, the thing is, we have been I've been following the news of this Avatar movie coming out like for years now. It was supposed to have dropped since it got postponed again. They said like they did not really like the act, like the what is the word now? The graphics. So the VFX team had to, work on it again. But the thing is, why people were kind of upset is because Paramount has been postponing.
It was meant to even release December last year.
Yeah. And they pushed it into October. They've still not given us like a trailer or anything. Exactly. So like people were kind of, waiting on this. And as it didn't drop, because first of all, I didn't want to believe it was real. When I saw on X, I was like, nah, this isn't real.
Fake.
But then it was looking, and there was so much controversy. Some people say it was leaked. Someone said it was shared to a friend.
Exactly. Someone said it was emailed. Someone said wrongly.
Like a group of activists they hacked into Paramount. Everybody was making this thing, and I was like on the fence. Do I watch this thing? Do I not watch it? Did you watch it?
Very fair. No,
you've still not seen it. You've still not seen it.
I'm still very eager to watch it, but then.
But the thing is, my whole TL is filled with it. So like, I had to like even mute out on names.
Yeah, my TL now is not cleansed already because I remember the time it got leaked. It was everywhere. I kept on seeing clips. Where's this from?
From what I'm seeing, I feel like it's something that they've learned from, and this is not the first time. Like, this is like the second or
Time
third
Paramount are getting their film leaked,
and it's bad for business, and it just makes like all the creatives and
Yes,
everyone
now
that worked
imagine
on
the
it.
hours invested,
I
the
can't
years.
even-
It took them even up to like 5 years to get this ready, and that's just gone to waste. People cannot even appreciate their work anymore. So it's actually quite a lot.
So, all right. I have a question. Are you trusting AI with your movie in 10 years, or are you holding out for human? Let us know in the comment section.
We'd love you guys to drop your opinion on that because we cannot. So we want to see what you
Yes.
guys say about that in the comment section, and sure to drop your comments.
And make sure you subscribe.
Yeah, and I want to say a big thank you to everyone for their feedbacks, their reviews. We love all the love and that we got. People shared, people liked, people subscribed.
Yeah.
So yeah, until next week, if it's in the movie world, we are going to cover everything. Thank you guys so much. Please share, like, drop a comment, subscribe. Thank you guys so much. Until next week, guys.
Bye.